Hello, everyone. This is Alain and
Danielle.
welcome to Sunday's podcast Café. It's been a little while.
It's been a little while.
Oh my goodness, we have great things in store for you guys today. As you guys know, we always love to bring resources to people and then to you, right? Because without resources, sometimes we can be going through things and not know that there is an answer out there until someone mentions the answer. So we want to make sure that during this podcast cafe, we make sure that we share resources with you
all the times, bringing food, because Alain and I, we're always digging, always listening, always allowing our higher self to give us answers and lead us to the right people, the right connections, the right products. And today we have a wonderful surprise for you. We're not drinking a latte or a tea.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. We are drinking gut feeling. Oh my goodness.
Gut feeling.
Gut feeling.
Cheers, girl.
This is a shot that we take in the morning upon awake. Mm-hmm. And honestly, we have to say to you guys, Alain and I, in the beginning of this year, we had said to ourselves, we want to take our health to the next level. Remember that prayer, honey?
Yeah.
And then you had a deep revelation, like the Spirit literally took over your entire being.
And I
go
think
ahead,
it
baby.
took
Share
me
about
to, I went to this store.
Yeah.
And I felt the presence of God just seize my mind and my heart.
Yeah.
And Danielle saw my hand moving so fast, picking up herbs that we didn't even know was in that store. I was picking herbs that I have never heard of before. And I came home and the power of God was still upon me and was moving me. And I started to put together potions and blending herbs and cooking them together as if I was an herbalist.
I felt like there was a force moving you. You were like...
There was a power that was moving through me. And we started to drink those. And Daniel's like, do you even remember the recipe? I say, I don't. But this what happened is we asked the angels to guide us back to the recipe so that I can remember them. And guys, lo and behold, we didn't even know. This is why we talk about the power of synchronicity and telepathy. Mm-hmm. There was a company already on earth who was also mixing those plants.
That's right.
Giving the same exact result that we never heard of.
Right.
And suddenly the angels guided Danielle. Actually, I was the one guided.
You were the one guided.
I was the one guided after we said the
prayer.
I was guided to the company and I'm like, what is this? Like, I have never heard about that company before. And guys, I'm telling you, your life is about to change. And because we're going to talk about it today, part of clearing the past, which is the fifth insight.
The sixth insight.
The sixth insight of the Celestine prophecy. What we want to share with you guys is to also clearing the eating habits of your parent that has been wired in your DNA, that has made them sick. And not just sick in a sense of physical sickness, right? But sick in a sense of the way they view life. Because most people don't understand that the food we eat actually affect our brain, and our brain conditions the way we think, the way we feel, the way we act, right? And it's amazing how this machine in our mind, in our head, is so powerful that no one talks about it. So we order the herbs, guys. This is not the herbs you guys heard about before. These are completely different companies. They make every plant, fruit, different thing in powder.
Organic,
guys,
superfood.
This is crazy. And I'm so excited. And they even have, we're going to talk about it now. They have bars. We're going to talk about those. And we ordered them and we use them for at least
since January.
We've been using it to see the result, guys. The result was astonishing. So we asked them if they will give us an affiliate link so that we can share this resource with others and be rewarded financially as we share those resources with others. So you are going to see the link in the description. Click on it. You can have access to the product.
And I highly recommend, ladies and gentlemen, gut feeling. Get the gut feeling one.
Yeah.
And then
how did you feel? I started to take the gut feeling. It's a powder, guys. The cutest thing is you just mix it with water.
You can mix it with water, and they have and of course you can make latte. You can mix them together. We'll send you the link. This wonderful couple. When you go to the link and you see the products, you can also see their their menu, like things how they mix the different mixes themselves, and
My goodness.
and different recipes. Oh my goodness!
I love the shot. How when you wake up in the morning,
Yes.
you can just take one of the powders, right? The super green. I love it. You put it in water. You shake it. You drink it. You will feel amazing. And the other one I love is the chocolate lovers. And everything here is very powerful. Don't think of chocolate the way you know it. Sometimes I mix it with Forever Beautiful, and I add the magic mushroom to it.
Magic mushroom.
And I shake it, and I drink it. Oh,
I'm telling you.
I'm like, and the Forever Beautiful will rejuvenate your skin. That's what I have experienced in a great way.
They have
it's
a
amazing.
superfood mix for everything, and ladies,
Just powders.
to balance your hormones, and they have bars, super mix. They call it a super green bar, golden mellow bar, chocolate bars, and energy bomb. What is it called?
This one is called
Energy bomb bar.
They have bars you can carry with you with the drink. Usually when we're going to the park to meditate and work, we just get the mix and we get the bars and we're good to go.
Oh my goodness, guys, we're so excited. So we've been using them since January.
They just
and
been a blessing.
many of you have been wondering why we look so young.
We use different things, but the
Vibrant.
thing is we like to have the experience first, right? Even if we're teaching people, we want to have the experience first, and then we share with you guys. But yes, let's talk about
Clearing
the past when it comes to health.
The sex inside. I love this subject, as you know. My husband knows this, and many of you know this. I love wellness, right? Just I love the idea of how we can take charge of our own lives by taking control of what we put inside our bodies, and literally by reversing bloodline conditions in our cells and DNA. We can literally reprogram our DNA, give it new information, regenerate our cells through what we are eating now. Right?
Well, let me ask you, give your example. Growing up in a Haitian family,
Yes.
how were you possessed by food?
Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
The food that they ate, and how it started to turn you into exactly what your family, health spectrum was.
I could see where my future and my health was headed if I did not make certain changes.
Yeah.
Oh, I was addicted to sugar, you could say, because everything was extremely sweet with white sugar. I mean, we thought white sugar was it back home in Haiti. I mean, if you were using brown sugar, you were considered poor, because for some reason brown sugar was cheapest to buy. So white sugar, tons of white sugar in all the juices that were ever made. So I was addicted to sugar. I never really tasted orange in a juice, orange juice or lemonade, because the juice was so sugar filled. You couldn't even taste the natural fruits. That's how bad it was. The chocolate was over sweet. Everything was super, super sweet. So I developed a sweet tooth.
I'm about to eat one of the bars.
So I developed a sweet tooth. And let's talk about white rice, guys. Oh my goodness. I love my culture. But those were things we were supposed to have a side of, unless we learned to cook them differently. We were eating big plates of what should have been a side dish, or maybe once in a while dish, like if you go to a party or if you go to a big celebration, once in a while type of dish. But we were eating those things every day. We did eat beans, but after we overcooked it, we put tons of salts and other ingredients that are not so healthy. All the natural.
Now, how did that affect your body and actually your motivation to pursue your dream?
Yes.
People don't understand that food affects your energy, how it even slows you down when you want to achieve things in life.
Oh my goodness.
Share that.
If I did not listen, guys, by the time I was 30, late 20s, that's when I started to notice that I needed to make a change, because I was already 60 pounds overweight, and I could see how that had affected my self-esteem. Being overweight had affected my self-confidence. It definitely disabled my charm, and I didn't think I was desirable. I didn't think I was. I just felt completely uncomfortable with what I was becoming because of the food addiction. And I decided, okay, I need to make a change now, because I could see years from now, if I don't change my eating habits, I could see how I was going to, by default, inherit, high blood pressure in my family, obesity in my family, and all that comes with obesity. And just let's talk about just feeling good on an everyday basis. It's just like, for me, if I was naturally a heavy-set person, but I knew that I was naturally an average-sized person, right? And that's the skin I was born in. And that's what made me feel comfortable. For me, carrying an extra 60 pounds around just literally made me feel like I added a whole other personality. And I was moving around, making me feel heavy. And that slowed down. And unattractive. That almost cost me, honey. That almost cost me my path, my spiritual path. Yeah. That started to when something affects your self-esteem and your self-confidence, you don't think you have the ability to move forward in life. You understand?
Well, the other part of it, Danielle, is a lot of people say, oh, this is the kind of food my grandmother ate and she lived until 100 years old. What people forget is it's not about how long you lived, it's how well you lived. Then ask yourself, okay, what was she happy? Was she fulfilled? What did she achieve? All right, what did she build? What kind of impact or influence she had on the world? What type of legacy she created? Okay, and especially how well did she live? All that is affected by the food we eat. Most people don't understand that the body participates heavily in the experience of happiness, euphoria, and enthusiasm. And your brain has a big part to play with it. Most of you will realize that your food affects your mood. Sometimes you eat something that is so heavy, automatically you no longer have a desire to pursue your dream. You start feeling heavy, you start feeling lazy, and you go to bed. So that's what you experience immediately, but you don't know what is dying inside of you. It's not about when are you going to die, it's what is dying inside of you while you're still alive. And when you start eating foods that are full of life, that are full of electricity, that are full of alkaline substance, I'm telling you the truth, you'll feel it. When I started to change my diet,
you should talk a little bit about you being an African, right?
Yeah, growing up in a home where all we ate was a lot of meat.
Meat was when you have a lot of meat.
Oh my gosh, a lot of meat that we eat. And we don't have a time to talk here about, what the Indians call the tamasic food, because most people don't understand that some food are related immediately to some energetic impulses. For example, anger is related to a lot of spice. Meat is related to feeling heavy. Every task you want to do, feel like it's too much to do. A lot of people don't understand that every single food that we eat is connected to an emotion that we feel. And a lot of the mystics, as we're talking about what the mystics have taught us to actually being able to clear out our past, some of the mystics, they have a special diet for the world to follow. Some people will say, in the Bible, Jesus ate meat, he ate lambs and all that. Guys, you gotta understand, there's two ways you need to comprehend this. When the human being find himself in emergency situations, like in the past where there were no alternative for cooking and all that, man first started to discover the earth. Those are emergency situations where the body was not actually evolved in the type of bodies we have now. When you see the skull of the first man, you see the size of the head, the size of the shape, you realize that the body was completely defined differently. But now we are in a different age where the evolution of consciousness has also changed, right? The bio field of the body, including the organic spectrum of our cells, right? We need to get to a point where we start understanding now that the world has evolved and that the knowledge is out there, and the body must begin to get the food that it's supposed to eat. If you are not somebody like Jesus who can move your body into a light body and dissolve toxicities out of your system, if you can't do that through meditation, I think it's wiser that you start looking into the practical way and biological ways to begin to make your whole body alkaline.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Absolutely.
To clear out the past the way your ancestors have eaten. I'm so excited. This is the conclusion of this podcast. And on Sunday, this Sunday coming, we're going to talk about it.
Yes.
We're going to make it clear to people the importance of the church to start teaching this thing.
Yeah.
But we are going to bring it live to each and every single one of you. God bless you.
And we shall talk very soon.
Very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.